Hey guys, happy Monday. Just wanted to get you started with a little video and just I typed up and I'm pointing to my computer here, some little reminders for you. I also put those up in Schoology, so when you see the assignment pop up for the week, you will also see these notes. So first of all, we're continuing with short stories, and we're going to do that for this week and then the week after spring break, and then we'll be moving into argument, hopefully together in the classroom. But if not, we're just going to push through digitally. Some things, I've been putting grades up in Power School, and I told you that I was going to put your Power School grades scores in there. Mainly, that's just for you to be held accountable and to kind of see what you have missing and how you're doing on those. But something I want to remind, and you can always go back and do those. So if you're missing something, and go in there and take care of it, and I will update those. Something that we talked about, especially with short stories, but all year long, we've been talking about close reading is rereading. And the more you interact with those stories, the better understanding you have of them. Think about Gaston when we read that short story. We read that 3 times pretty much, and we discussed. And by the end of it, I think we all had such a great understanding of what was going on in the story, what the author was trying to do, characterization, theme we were able to discuss. So I think the more you interact with the story, the better you're going to do on those quizzes. Also remember that Common Lit is text dependent, meaning that you should be able to go back into that story and really find the moments that they're asking for. And again, that just requires just some diligent, focused rereading. For the assignment, I put up kind of the days that I thought you might want to take care of things, just because I think that's helpful for time management. I'm watching my own kids here at home trying to kind of manage the assignments they have. But I also did that because I think you should take the Common Lit quiz on Thursday or Friday after you've really thought through that story and done some good stuff with it. So this week's story, we have another Roald Dahl story, which I think you guys will enjoy. It's called The Landlady. That's the same author that did Lamb to the Slaughter. So he kind of has a little bit of a sick, twisted approach to his storytelling. Characterization is super important in a short story, just because an author doesn't have a lot of words for us to get to conflict and all of the different parts of plot diagrams. So characterization has to happen in lots of clever ways. The Ruthless story that you read last week, they were asking you about the way the author used dialogue to kind of tell you about the characters. So that short response in Common Lit was about, where did you see the author using the things that Judson and his wife said in order to kind of give you personality traits of them. So there's some more discussion and thought about dialogue in this week's Common Lit. You might want to check out the questions, read the story, interact with the story in the different ways that I've given you this week, and then take that quiz. And I think you're going to do a better job. However, I'm available. I wish if you have a question just like you would in class, send it through Remind as a text or send me a Schoology message. I've really tried to be on all day long, and a lot of kids have done this. And I think that I say, let's try to make this as much like the classroom as we can. So I want to hear from you. And then you can also be discussing with each other, but I really would love it if you sent me a text and said, hey, what's this asking? Or what do you think about this idea? I want to be here for you. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys this week. I'm also going to put up a Schoology discussion link, actually conference link, so that you can ask me questions on there. That'll be coming on Wednesday. So I want you to go in there. I want you to take a look at the things that I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to read The Landlady and take the quiz later. There's a Schoology assignment that has a part 1 and a part 2. Part 1 deals with characterization, and you're pulling text evidence, and I say pull entire lines or 2 lines from the text that show your ideas. Part 2 deals with, there's a short film, just like there was with Lamb to the Slaughter. Same guy, Alfred Hitchcock, who was pretty much a legend. He did a short story of The Landlady. So it's just kind of looking for the things that Alfred Hitchcock chose to do differently than what we saw in the short story, and kind of analyzing and discussing those things. So you'll see that assignment. It's all on the same Schoology assignment link. And then I gave you some extra credit opportunities if you want to take part in a discussion, which I will put up on Schoology on Wednesday. And there's also some enrichment stuff in there if you want to study Alfred Hitchcock, because he has a lot of influence on the way horror filmmakers today kind of do things. So it's kind of cool to read about him. But I think that's it. But I think the big thing is to take your time through the story and really interact with it, and text me and Schoology message me. I miss you guys and I want to be here for you. I don't want this to be overwhelming. And the last thing, your grades, I'm not worried about those. There will be lots of opportunities, and I'm going to drop lowest common lit scores. But I do want you to be more focused going into those and kind of close reading, and message me with questions. Have a great week. Hope to hear from you.